Welcome back, my dear friends and foes. Today I'll be talking about directional arrow. After my recent Rocket League video, I got inspired to learn some new mechanics, and directional arrow was one of them. And my god, what an ordeal it was to get a bit of a hang of it. I watched a ton of videos on this topic from various creators, and they all were a huge help. I went from this to this. At some point when things started to click with me, something became very clear that I haven't heard or seen anyone mention before in their videos. Maybe I just missed their videos, I don't know, but I felt like this could be a great supplement to all the information out there about this one specific mechanic. I'm in no way a pro or an expert or something. I'm just a troglodyte like the majority of us here on this platform, and I'm just showing you my cave paintings in order to help my fellow Neanderthals understand this thing better. So it isn't as clear-cut of just going left to right. It's all about the rotation of your vehicle. At what point do you put in the input that will determine which direction you are going. You're not shifting the car's direction from left to right by interchanging these inputs. You're changing the axis of your rotation. First of all, I am using arrow right. So this means that everything I'm going to tell you will still apply to you. If you're using arrow left, it's just mirrored. I'm not going to go too deep into the basics of air rolling, more about the principles of air rolling. Like, what does your car actually do that makes you control it during, well, being airborne. When I'm using arrow, in my case arrow right, I almost never point my left stick towards the right. I almost exclusively use the left side of the left stick to control the car. So that being said, what are these principles I've been talking about? You know that when you press your left stick downward left, you'll make a left turn, and if you point it upward left, you'll make a right turn. And it is somewhat like that. And it took me a while to figure out what was actually happening here. You see, it's not just that your car will go left or right by using these inputs. It's more that the axis of their rotation will be shifted. So that being said, when I use my left stick and I point it to the downward left side, you'll see that the axis of my rotation will no longer be from the front bumper to the end bumper, but rather from my right front wheel to my left back wheel. And if I push my left stick in the opposite direction, meaning on the upward left side, it will take the opposite side, spinning from the left front wheel to the right back wheel. And this is what makes your car eventually turn left or right. It's really about shifting the axis of your rotation. And that's a concept that took me a while to get in my brain, because I can use both inputs to go both directions, either left or right, depending on the rotation of my car. I just wanted to show you this, but the most important thing is still that it needs to click in your brain. You've probably heard other creators say the same thing. It was at some point when I was doing the Lethamyr, one of those Lethamyr ring maps, that I felt like some things started to make sense. And it was from that moment that I started to realize what I was actually doing by changing these inputs instead of just regurgitating and doing what I was told, basically. So yeah, it's not really a tutorial, it's more of a short explainer to supplement your understanding of this very specific mechanic, which can be really useful if you use it correctly. But don't take my word for it, because I'm still shit. Okay, see you guys, bye.